Hi Virgos, and welcome to my channel. This is the Dream Medium. So this is your timeless bi-monthly relationship profile reading. You can expect your next relationship profile reading in March. But in the meantime, you are welcome to check out my other readings here on YouTube. So we're just going to see what happened in the past, what's happening presently, and what will happen in the future between you and your love interest. Past, present, and future. Let's see. Relationship profile reading for Virgos and their love interest. Relationship profile reading for Virgos and their love interest. What happened in the past, what's happening presently, and what will happen in the future between Virgos and their love interest. All right, so the top three cards represents what happened in the past between you and your person. The bottom three cards represents what is happening presently, and over here to the side is your future spread. So we'll talk about what's going to happen in the future between you and your person once we're done talking about your past and your present. So starting with your past, you do have the Five of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Devil card. I'm just going to ask for some clarity on this Five of Cups. Ace of Wands. So intuitively, when I looked at the Ace of Wands, I did get the word failure. So I definitely see here in the past between you and your person of interest with this Five of Cups here. I feel like a relationship was supposed to start off, but unfortunately it didn't. It didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Death card. Clarify the death card. Oh my goodness. Why did they change their mind? Why did they change their mind? Hermit card. Oh, wow. Okay. So I did pull out a handful of clarity cards. Don't worry though, we're going to go over each of these. So back to what I was saying with this Five of Cups here. I'm definitely intuitively seeing that a relationship was supposed to start between you and your person of interest, Virgo, but for some reason it didn't. Because with the Ace of Wands, intuitively I heard and I saw the word failure written all over this card. So really what I'm seeing here is that, and just remember that this is about a relationship, right? So I'm going to be picking up on two energies. Please remember, yes, the energies can be reversed. This is a general reading. Take what applies, leave what doesn't. Just apply it to your situation, all right? If something doesn't resonate, that's completely fine. Just leave that part out. But with the Five of Cups here, there was a major test. Okay, there's a major test that happened between you and this person, and the reason why the two of you were tested is because a major, very, very serious relationship was supposed to happen, but unfortunately someone failed the test because they were not ready. This is wow. So can you imagine how huge this relationship was supposed to be? You know, the fact that the fact that you or them needed to pass this test first. Can you imagine the kind of abundance that was awaiting? But first there was an obstacle that needed to, that either of you needed to overcome. But unfortunately, I'm sensing that either you or them didn't pass this test. There was some temptation here. I also got that there was a promise that was made. So maybe they promised you, they made a promise to you, or you made a promise to them, but it didn't happen. That was really random, but I know it's going to resonate with someone. I really feel like there's a partner here who is just used to things being easy. And whenever there is a slight inconvenience or a slight problem, they give up. And perhaps that's why they needed to be tested to see if, for the universe to see if they were ready for such a major, abundant connection. Because I really feel like in the beginning of the connection, everything was going smoothly, everything was perfect, everything was sweet, it was amazing. But of course, no connection is perfect. There's going to be some bumps, some bumps along the way. And I feel like when, when there's that one problem that came out, everything just went downhill because the individual that you're dealing with, they don't understand that there are going to be hardships. Every day isn't going to be, perfect. So let's see the other clarity cards that I got. So the death card also came out to clarify that I believe it was the let's see. Yeah, it was the 5 of Cups. So the death card also came out. They definitely, whoever was the partner that just didn't want to work on this connection, they definitely ended things with you. Like, I feel like a complete 360 happened between the two of you. Like I said in the beginning, everything was just fine. You never saw this coming. And then when that little problem, that little inconvenience came out, they left. The next clarity card is this 9 of Cups. Okay, so the person that you're dealing with, please remember the energies can be reversed. This could be you, this could be them, but there is a partner here who has a really tough time with expressing their emotions. They have a really tough time with being vulnerable, to simply say. So that's why they tend to just walk away whenever there's a problem, because they get so emotional and they don't know how to express it. I also see that this person has some ego, a really big ego, because being vulnerable is something that they shy away from because they want to keep their, very stern and tough facade that they show to the entire world. But in a commitment, you're going to have to be vulnerable. You're going to have to be soft sometimes. That's the only way that your person will see how you truly feel about them. Wow. So next, the Hermit card came out. Oh my goodness. I don't want you to be so caught up on why things ended, because I want you to know that it ended because your person just wasn't ready. There was someone here that still needed to mature, definitely, because with the Hermit card, you're dealing with a person where they always want fulfillment. It always has to be about them. It always has it's always about their gain, what will make them happy. And when, like I said, when a little inconvenience happens or a little problem pops up, they act like a child. They act like it's the end of the world. With this Hermit, I really feel like they just gave up. Wow. Not, I really feel like there's a one partner here needs to realize that there's going to be rainy days. There's going to be rainy days. Not every day is it going to be sunny and happy and, you getting what you want. There's going to be some problems. And you have to be mature enough to work through it. Lastly, the last clarity card for this 5 of Cups, you have the 7 of Cups. So you're also dealing with an individual who does not only like to give up easily, but they like to run to other people when things don't go their way. Perhaps you're dealing with a person, or this could be you. Remember, the energies could be reversed. You're dealing with an individual who has a lot of options, and that's what makes it easy for them to just, desert people and go to the next person or choose another option of theirs. But they will get their karma, because if you see the 7 of Cups, while the 7 cups all look the same, right? They look very shiny and golden and yellow. They contain very different things inside. So it's really a matter of quality over quantity. You could have all the, potential lovers and suitors in the world. You can have your options, but only one of them will give you that fulfillment. For example, if this gentleman here chooses this cup here, while it looks valuable from the outside, there's a snake that's on the inside, so that's bad luck. If he chooses this cup here with the jewelry, that's fortune, that's abundance. But will he make the right decision? Next, you have the Queen of Cups. I want to pull out some clarity cards for the Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Oops. It was this card, the High Priestess. Clarify the... Oh, this is you. So you didn't take a loss. They took a loss. Okay? They're the one who is missing out. Because you're carrying, like, look at your energy. You're coming out as a queen. And then when I asked for a clarity card, you came out as the High Priestess and the Empress. That is amazing. So with this Queen of Cups here, one thing that I will say though, I really feel like in the past there were times where you were kind of, I don't want to say that you were chasing this person, but you were just waiting on them to snap out of it, man up or woman up, be mature, and come back. And you didn't have to wait on them because, like I said, you're carrying this Queen of Cups energy. So you have opportunities as well. But your offer was you only wanted them. And that's why you were patiently waiting for them to change with this Queen of Cups here. But the cup is in your hand. You could have given that to anybody else. You even have the High Priestess, and I really feel like that's the difference between you and them. The fact that the both of you have options, but you don't care about, having a lot of suitors. You're not focused on other options. You're focused on them. When times get hard, you don't go and run off to other people. You want to sit down and talk to them about it. So that's why I'm saying that it's their loss, because they lost a queen. Or if you're a male, they lost a king. These are just energies, so don't focus too much on the gender. But going back to why it had to end, because I feel like some of you are blaming yourselves and you shouldn't. Yes, a relationship was supposed to happen. A relationship was supposed to take off between you and them, but it didn't happen at that time. It didn't happen in the past because someone here was not ready. One partner was ready. One partner was ready for a serious, mature relationship, but unfortunately their person was not ready. Their person still needed some, more experience. They needed to learn more lessons. They needed to be more mature. And take it as a blessing in disguise, because you want to date someone who's on your level. You don't want to date someone who you have to take care of or baby. You know what I'm saying? Especially as adults. So with this High Priestess here, I really feel like, when the test happened, you passed, but they didn't, because the High Priestess is telling me that you are so wise and so insightful, to the point where when you were tested, when you and your person were tested, you handled it accordingly. Wow. Clarify the Queen of Cups. So next you have the Empress card that came out to clarify the Queen of Cups as well. Wow. I'm seeing a lot with this Empress card, so you guys just give me a second. I just keep on seeing that with the Empress card, you were waiting. You were waiting patiently. And what I'm also seeing here with the Empress card is while the two of you were tested, you never lost balance. You never lost yourself. You never lost yourself. You, with the Empress card is all about balance and harmony. You were still in your power. You never got out of character. Like, you know, your heart may have been broken, but you didn't change. You know, um, there's just, I'm just really seeing with the Empress card here that you ace the test. I mean, if let's say this was like an actual graded test, you would probably get more than 100. You would get 100 plus bonus points, because with the Empress card here, even when you were tested, even when your partner, you know, was not meeting you halfway, when your partner was getting out of character, you remained you. You remained powerful. You were still balanced. That's incredible. No wonder you guys came up as a queen. Wow. So I also pulled out this 10 of Wands, because the 10 of Wands kind of took me back to what I initially said, that you shouldn't blame yourself for the relationship ending, because it was a blessing in disguise that it didn't happen at that time, that it didn't happen in the past, because with the 10 of Wands you were carrying a lot of burden, you were stressed out. You were stressed out. Of course, you didn't get out of character with this Empress and, you know, the High Priestess. You were still very much in your power, but the 10 of Wands, this is stress that you didn't deserve. Wow. So next you have the Devil card. So I'm already intuitively sensing what this Devil card is about, but let's see, clarify the Devil card. Clarify the Devil card, Queen of Swords. Oh boy. Let me pull out one more actually. What is this Queen of Swords about? Page of Swords. Oh my goodness, you guys, I think that you're in a soulmate connection, and I would like to say it's a twin flame for those of you who believe in a twin flame. This is a general reading, so you know, just remember that. But this is definitely, I definitely intuitively heard a twin flame connection. This is what it is, because I feel like with the Devil card here, you being the queen that you are with that Empress and the High Priestess, with the Devil card, I definitely see that you moved forward into another connection, but unfortunately that connection was a karmic connection. Why do I say that? Well, first of all, the Devil card came out. The Devil card is the sign of Capricorn, but I don't really focus on, like I said, these are just energies, you know? But what I am seeing is you did the right thing to move forward, yes, but I definitely feel like you didn't heal first. You didn't heal from this person first. You, and I don't blame you, being the queen and the Empress and the High Priestess, you said, let me go ahead and look at my other options, after waiting very patiently for the person that my heart is calling out for. But unfortunately, they're not, you know, and going back to this Five of Cups, instead of your person trying to fix what they broke, you know, they just cried over spilled milk. That's what I call this Five of Cups, crying over spilled milk. Because you see this gentleman here, these 3 cups have spilled over. He's upset. But if he would just turn around, he'll notice these 2 cups right behind him, which means that there's still hope. And yes, there was, because look at you. Isn't it interesting how you have, excuse me, you have the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords. It's like you're waiting on them, but they have their back turned towards you. And they're too busy throwing a tantrum, okay, being a little bit bratty over, you know, the mistakes that they made, instead of manning up and, you know, and fixing what they broke. Instead of crying over what you did wrong, try to think, how can I fix it? How can I do it better the next time? But of course, you're dealing with someone who, you know, still needed to mature. But I'm seeing the problem here with you is you know, you didn't wait to heal. And it could probably be because, you know, some people, they feel like if they could just get their mind off someone by getting a rebound or, you know, casually dating other people, then that will help them to get over someone. But it won't, because you'll just end up in this situation here with a person that you're not meant to be with. And I really feel like you kind of started a little bit, you started a karmic connection. Let me not say a little bit, because there's no such thing as a little bit of a karmic connection. You started a karmic connection with whoever it is that you quickly, you know, moved on to. So in Clarity of the Devil card, you have the Page of Swords. So one of the reasons why it was karmic is because I feel like it was one-sided. I feel like you were still very much invested and in love with this person, this other person. And the new person that you were with was very much head over heels in love with you, but you weren't. Why? Because you're this Page of Swords. I'm sensing that this is your energy, where you were still invested in someone from your past. And you made it really obvious. That's really why the connection became toxic, is because this new person knew that your heart wasn't with them all the way. They knew that there was still someone else from your past that they were into. Notice how with this Page of Swords, right? You see this gentleman. I call this my having a hard time moving on card, because if you'll take a look at his right foot, you know, his right foot is pointed forward and his left foot is like at halt. He's even standing on a high platform to get a better view of what's behind him. He's looking behind him, but he's carrying this sword. So it's very it's conflicting, because it's like whatever it is that he's looking at behind him, it's something that hurt him before in the past. So he's quite defensive with his sword up. But he's standing on a high platform to get a better view of what's behind him. So really what I'm seeing here, it's like you try to date other people while putting yourself in a situation where you would still keep tabs or be updated on what this person was doing. And that's what made this new connection very karmic, because you are not 100% invested. You are not investing your time, 100% of your time with this new person, because you were too busy trying to, I don't know, lurk on social media or keep tabs on what this other person was doing. Wow. Next, you even have the Queen of Swords. So I really feel like this karmic connection really took you out of character, and that shows who you're really in love with, because when you were in love with this other person who is most likely your twin flame, when you were with them, even when they gave you a hard time, you were still patiently waiting on them. You were still in your power. You know what I'm saying? But with this Devil card here, when you were with this other person, because your heart wasn't with them, you know what I'm saying? You were not really interested. That's why I feel like a lot of you guys kind of accidentally got yourself into another relationship, because you're trying to get your mind off of this person. But back to the Devil card with this Queen of Swords clarifying it, I feel like you became resentful towards this new person because it really wasn't who you wanted to be with. With the Queen of Swords, I really feel like you made this connection one-sided. It's like, I feel like this new person would want to love on you, you know, take the relationship to the next level, or the connection to the next level, and you always rejected them because you knew that this is not the person that you really want to be with. So in a way, I'm not even sure if you're aware of this, but in a way, with the Queen of Swords, it just made you kind of mean, you know, and I know that's not your natural character, but you were hurting from the past, and then you have this individual here who you're not even really interested in, so you got kind of annoyed. And lastly, you have the moon card here. So the moon card clarifying the devil card is that you were not being truthful with yourself, Virgo. You were not being truthful with your feelings. Your heart was telling you one thing, but you were doing something completely different. You were doing something very different from what your heart truly wants. With this moon card here, I feel like a lot of my Virgos, you try to suppress your true feelings for this other person, for your lover. You try to suppress it. You try to pretend like you didn't have those feelings. So it was like your own little secret in a way. That's probably why the moon card came out. But at the end of the day, you were only fooling yourself because you know who you really want to be with, and that person knows it as well. Next, you have the, let's just start with your present, right? So what's presently happening between you and your person? You have the Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the, ooh, Five of Swords. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wow. I see this so clearly. So starting with the Five of Cups, this is all about what's happening currently between you and them, right? So this Five of Swords, did I say Five of Cups? Five of Swords, sorry. With this Five of Swords here, I'm definitely seeing that someone here, if this hasn't happened already, because this is about your present energy, someone here is either thinking about ending a relationship. I don't want to call it a third party situation, but emotionally it kind of is for you, because you know who your heart truly belongs to, right? So this Five of Swords, I really feel like you are, if this is you, remember the energies can be reversed, but whoever it is that started a new relationship with the Five of Swords, if they haven't already, which most of them have, but if they haven't already, they're thinking about ending one relationship and going back to, their past. So if this is you, Virgos, you're thinking about ending a relationship with your current person and going back to this individual, right? It's going to be really, really hurtful for all parties. It's going to be hurtful towards the new person, and it's also going to be hurtful towards the person that you're going back to, because they're still remembering what happened. And it hurt them to see you with someone else as well. It's also going to be hurtful for you because you're going to have to break it to this new person that you're not interested in. You're going to be going back to your ex. So, like I said, with the Eight of Wands, you're going to definitely be releasing this situation here, this unfulfilling, really karmic feeling connection that you had with this Devil card. You're going to be releasing that. Next, you have the Knight of Wands. So really what I'm seeing here with the Knight of Wands, I'm definitely getting that this is your energy. You're going to be going back if you haven't already. Some of you may have even sparked an interaction or communication with, your lover, this person from your past. But with the Knight of Wands here, this is you just being really passionate and determined to go back to who your heart really wants. In clarity of the Knight of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups that came out. So what I'm seeing with the Nine of Cups is they will accept you. This person will accept you. And it's simply because of the history. They know that they themselves also messed up in the past. And so they're going to be willing to work with you. Definitely. This is definitely going to be mutual effort. Next, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm seeing here with the Wheel of Fortune is that, like I said, you will be moving forward. You will be ending this, this karmic, very toxic connection with this new person. Now, with the Tower card, though, things have to come crumbling down in order to rebuild. Because remember, the connection didn't work out between you and your lover in the past because they were not ready, right? But with the Tower card here, since you will be moving forward and you will give them a second chance, things have to come crumbling down at first, because in the first place, the foundation of the relationship between you and your lover wasn't even a good foundation. You know what I'm saying? It was built on faulty grounds. So the Tower card is just saying that, remember, they were not ready, and that's why this situation had to happen. um I want to clarify the Tower card, what happened here with the Tower card. Four of Cups. So I knew that this was going to happen, because what I was also seeing with the Tower card was a huge, huge argument happening between you and your lover when the reunion does happen, if it hasn't happened already. Let's just say that they're not going to be, all excited when you come back to them, because they know that you went with someone else. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to like automatically be as open to you, but it will happen. And I'm actually glad that this Tower card came out, because a lot needs to be discussed between you and them, because no one here is perfect. I mean, they messed up as well. So let's see. Let's look at your future. Excellent. You have really great cards for the future. So you have the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, sort of answering what's going to happen in the future between you and your lover, Virgo. With the Eight of Pentacles here, remember I said mutual effort. I love the Eight of Pentacles because it's abundance that's given to someone. Not that it's handed to them, but it's because of their hard work. Because the two of you, you and your lover, will reconcile, not just reunite, but reconcile and make changes. Have a discussion on what needed to be done in the past, what they need to change up. I definitely feel like with this Eight of Pentacles, the separation was necessary. When the reconciliation does happen, you will notice as well that your person has definitely matured and changed. For those of you who your partner is a male, I'm definitely seeing here that they have learned or will learn to take accountability for their mistakes, and instead of running away, they're actually going to fix it, see what they can do to fix the situation or fix the problem. Next, you have the Seven of Swords. So I'm definitely seeing here that this entire journey has caused, has scarred the both of you, especially you, the viewer. Virgo, your person understands that they definitely caused some trauma, some betrayal, heartbreak, and as well as some trust issues here with the Seven of Swords. That's definitely what I'm getting, some insecurities or trust issues. So the Seven of Swords, I definitely see your person working really hard to clear out those swords, clear out what they damaged, what was ruined, fix what they broke, to simply put. Next, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So like I said, the reunion will happen, but I don't see the two of you like jumping into a relationship fast. There's definitely going to be communication, there's going to be casually dating, getting to know each other once again. With the Queen of Pentacles, once you see that they have made changes, and I love this about you, Virgos, because you're not just going to give in because you miss them, because a separation or distance does, make the heart grow more fond. But I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, you're like, basically what I'm seeing with the Queen of Pentacles is, even when the reunion does happen, you will still be waiting to see a change before giving them your pentacles. So it's like they're going to go through this, prove that they have changed, and then you're going to be there as you've always been, waiting to, give them your pentacle. First it was a cup, I believe. You came out as that Queen of Cups, but lastly you're going to be the Queen of Pentacles, and that just shows that the journey was necessary, but the journey was also successful, because there's definitely growth on both ends. I mean, from the Queen of Cups from you offering a cup to you offering a pentacle, that's like an upgrade. Pentacles represents abundance, and especially in love readings, when a person offers you a pentacle, they're really offering you a serious commitment that has a lot of potential. So, wow, Virgos, this was an excellent reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, like I said, this is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading where I will do this relationship profile for you and we'll go in depth about your personal situation, please visit my website. The link is in the description box. I offer a variety of private readings of all prices. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my channel. I have many more tarot card readings here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much, Virgos, and you have a great day.